Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. So I've noticed lately that some of my old videos from last spring are kind of resurfacing. You know, whenever I go to YouTube Studio in the little analytics, I can see which videos are being watched the most during the week. And some of them have been the ones that I filmed last spring, last April, May, around that time before I found the Loctician that I go to now. And I've also been getting a few DMs lately from people just asking me, well, why did it take you so long to find a Loctician? What was the reason for you going so long without getting your retie and causing your hair to just be in a terrible state? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll add some pictures in here. And I'll also link down below those videos that these people are referring to. But today I just wanted to give y'all 5 reasons why it took me so long to find the Loctician that I go to now, and just what my reasons were for being kind of selective when it came to who I went to. So let's go ahead and start this video. So I have all my reasons written down in my notes just because I wanted to keep track, y'all, because it's been a lot over the past few years. So the fears that I have here are not in any particular order. These are just some things that was going through my mind at the time. Even though my hair was in need of help at the time, it was really hard for me to take care of my locks by myself, especially the back, which is the worst part. The front was kind of okay, but the back was just the worst. And yeah, I'm glad I'm not in that position anymore because it was really rough. But anyways, so the first reason was the cost. So prior to last spring, when I was looking for a Loctician seriously, I have tried before to look for a Loctician maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Definitely after my first year of having my locks, but maybe like around the 1.5 year mark. And it was very hard for me to find somebody that had the price that I felt like was normal. I have called around to a couple different people, and I've went to a couple consultations. I had been to a consultation virtually, a couple virtual consultations with a few Locticians in the Houston area, and I have been told that they would not work on my hair because I have Microlocs and not sister locks. And I've also been told that, you know, the price would be around $300 just for a retwist, and $300 for me every 4 to 6 weeks would just be too much money. I mean, I'm a student. It's not like I don't have that to be doing that. So that was out. And I've also been told that a few Locticians around the area don't work on other people's hair that they didn't start themselves. And so my mom, being the person that started my locks, was an issue for them because they weren't the one to establish the grid and everything, which was important to them, I guess. So my options were I could cut them out and let them restart it, and then they would maintain my locks, or just don't use their services at all. And so obviously I just didn't use their services because I think that that's just ridiculous. Because what if I was a person that moved from like a different city? Are you not going to work on my hair because you didn't start it? That just doesn't really make any sense to me. So I was running into a lot of those issues. And at this point, this is like around, like I was saying, about 1 year to 1.5 years within my journey. So I wasn't too worried about it. I still had my mom's help, but I was just trying to be proactive and finding someone that would be able to do my hair for me. Because who about to be doing 640 some of these? Not me. I'm already not that skilled when it comes to doing hair anyway, so I just didn't even want to risk me trying to, you know, well, I did try, but I didn't try maybe as hard as I should have at that point in my journey because I still had my mom to help me. But anyways, I kind of went on a tangent anyway as I'm looking at my list. But the cost mainly was the thing that kind of threw me for a loop. $300 just to retwist it. Like this, some of these places, it didn't even include a wash, a condition, or anything. Just strictly the retie was $300. And like I said, I go every 4 to 6 weeks, or that was my plan at that moment, to go every 4 to 6 weeks. That would not have been feasible for me at all to do that. So that's one of the reasons why that didn't work out. Another reason, this kind of goes hand in hand to what I was saying at first, but finding someone that was trustworthy and that actually likes their job. I do feel like ever since the whole Microlocs and Sister Locks thing became somewhat mainstream, people have been taking advantage. People have been taking advantage of women and men that have tiny locks just because they can. I mean, they're beautiful, but I don't think the majority of people that have tiny locks care for them themselves or maintain their locks and retwist them themselves. I just don't think that that's the case. It might be, but I just don't think so, because of the way that these locticians that I've seen are acting with their rules and regulations and stuff, and also not providing like the full service of a wash and a retwist. Sometimes they'll just tell you to just come with your hair wet, which has happened to me before. I didn't even have to wash my hair. She just said come with it wet and it'll be fine. And so are you retwisting other people's hair while it's not clean and you're using those same tools on other people? Anyways, that was the reason. Finding someone that was trustworthy and that actually liked their job, and that I didn't have to worry about them trying to gouge me or do something crazy to me or my hair just because they didn't really feel like it, but the money is good. So that was an issue for me, which I'm sure that other women have to go through, even if you don't have locks, I'm sure. But for the micro lock community, I feel like it's growing, it's getting bigger, but it's still so niche enough to pretty much give locticians the mindset that they can create all these crazy rules, because there's not really a lot of people out there that will retie their hair, you know? Let me know if that makes any sense. But anyways, the third reason was the fear of someone combining my locks without my knowledge, because I have seen horror stories on YouTube of other women saying that that was the case for them, that they went in with like 450 locks, and then by month 3 of going to that person, they ended up with like maybe 310 locks. So over 100 locks have been combined without their knowledge. So that would have been devastating for me. Now, I do know that at that moment I was down for combining some of my locks just because I have a lot of them, but at this point I don't really see myself combining unless I'm having an issue around my edges with like thinning and stuff. I have no issue with that, but aesthetically I like the way that my locks look now, and I would not want to have them combined without my knowledge. That would be tragic for me. The fourth one, well, I already talked about this, so y'all, I guess this is only 4 reasons. But anyways, the fourth one that I have on my list was discrimination for having microlocks and don't want to start on the head that they didn't, you know, create the grid for. So I already said that. So I guess technically this is not 5 reasons, but I'm still gonna title it that though, because it just sounds better than 4 reasons. But the next one and the final one is pretty much if I knew what the maintenance required for getting microlocks, if I knew up front, if I had that information available to me up front, then I can probably say I'm 80% confident that I would not have microlocks, just because of all the hoopla that I had to jump through to find a loctician, all these rules and regulations. Finally I ended up with someone that I really like and I really care for, and she's just so amazing, and I'm gonna tell y'all about her in just a second. But another reason that I was having a hard time with finding someone to retie my hair for me was because I wasn't sure if I even wanted to have microlocks anymore. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to have microlocks anymore because of how difficult it was for me to find help with doing my hair. But anyways, luckily I was able to finally find the help. But the loctician that I go to now, her name is Locks by Alluria, and she is located in the Houston, Texas area, just a little outside of Houston. Just go to her Instagram page and you'll be able to find her bookings, her services. Her prices are listed on her website, which is amazing, and I think it's super professional, because not everyone does that. Sometimes they like to get you in their chair and then say, oh, it's gonna be this much, you know, based off of how they feel. But she's not like that. She's completely fair. My reties are, I believe, to be a fair price and something that I can keep up with. And so I feel like if I can keep up with it, most of y'all can keep up with it too. And I will have her Instagram page linked down below, and I'll put it on the screen here. But it takes her about 4 hours to do my hair, like from start to finish, even with the wash, even with the, you know, condition wash and everything. So that's amazing. And I go to her I try to go every 4 to 5 weeks. I try not to push it out to 6 weeks, but that's been something recent that I've been doing, not trying to go every 6 weeks, but instead between 4 and 5 weeks. 5 weeks is like my sweet spot, so I try to go every 5 weeks. I found her on Instagram. I found her because I was just looking up on Instagram Microlocs retwist. Like, I was just typing in all the keywords, Microlocs retwist, sister locks retwist, just trying to do that. And I found an installation video that she did, and I realized that she was just, you know, in my city. So I went ahead and I booked a consultation, and the following weekend, I believe, we went ahead and did my hair. So yeah, I'm very happy, very excited. My hair is doing so well. She has said that, you know, me coming to her consistently, she's noticed a difference in the way that my hair is, and it's just doing really well. It's thriving right now, y'all. It's thriving, and it's thanks to her. So I'll make sure to put all her links down below so that y'all can see them easily. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, this quick little lock chat. I'll talk to y'all in my next one. Let me know if you have any other questions, concerns, or any other lock related videos that you would like for me to film. I will go ahead and do that for y'all. I'll see y'all in my next one. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.